want to just tell you guys that we live in a very crazy day and age, okay? So, I was talking to someone earlier today, and I'm going to share what I told her with many of you guys, because she was basically we were talking about because she's wondering why she's being targeted with witchcraft. Everybody asks the question, why am I being targeted with witchcraft? What did I do to this person? What did I do to deserve this? What am I doing wrong? Why did they just feel like they have to target me? But again, it's not only because of your light. That's one of the reasons. Your light, your destinies, and I said to this lady, when people from your family are doing it to you and they're consistent, when it's someone that's consistent and they're not stopping and they keep going and going and going and going and going, this tends to be someone who knows about your destiny. They know about the things that God has for you. They just know that you're going to be something great in life, right? But when it is someone that you may not have grown up with or may not be family, and they are still doing it consistently, or they're doing it for a short period of time, chances are they're doing it not knowing the repercussions, not knowing just, the details, not knowing the layers behind what they're doing. And yes, there's people that may understand the layers. They may understand that it's wicked. They may understand that it's evil. But the reason why it's so common today where everybody is using witchcraft is because it's a lot more easy to be accessed this day and age compared to back in the day. Back in the day, black magic, people that did black magic, they were very secretive with it. It was not really, it was known, but it was not really a thing that was talked about. It was not really a thing that people just did just because of jealousy. It was something that was done if somebody really messed with someone, or somebody really wanted to get revenge, or someone really wanted to retaliate. It was done for specific reasons, right? Now, because it's not a secret anymore, and a lot of people are now starting to see that it does have an effect on people, a lot of people are now doing it for selfish purposes. Regardless, it's selfish. No one should be doing it at all. But a lot of people in this day and age now, they're doing it for the most stupidest reasons. Oh, that person has more light? Okay, I'm going to do black magic on him or her. That person has a better career? I'm going to do black magic on him and her. That person looks prettier or looks more handsome. They're pulling in more women. I'm going to do black. People are doing it now for the stupidest reasons. And it's because of jealousy and selfishness. Whereas back in the day, most people only did it. Yeah, there was still a lot of jealousy and selfish purposes, but most people had to have a real reason to do it. And it was very secretive. It's so easy to be accessed now because everyone is offering it as a service. Let me give you an example. And people are willingly buying into it, allowing themselves to be used by the enemy because they don't understand. Some people, not all, but some people don't understand the deeper levels behind what they're actually doing. An example of this is there's people out there that will look at you, they'll start having some sort of jealousy towards you, and then they'll go to a psychic, or they'll go to a medium, or they'll go to somebody and ask them, what do you see about this person? And then when they go to the person to ask them these questions, they'll tell the person what the problem they have with you, etc., etc. The person they're getting the service from, the medium, will say, oh, this person's going to be promoted at your workplace, and she's going to take the promotion and you're not going to get the promotion. She's going to stop your promotion. And here's the thing, the person may not have even had an issue with you. They may not have even had any problems with you. But let's just say they go to someone, they get a reading done, and the person's telling them, oh, this lady at your workplace is going to take your promotion, or this lady is going to take this man that you like, or whatever. Then the person that's getting the reading will be like, oh my gosh, really? I don't want that to happen. How do I stop it? And that's when the medium, will offer additional services. Oh, I can stop them from, doing this to you. I can stop them from taking this man, or I can stop them from being with this person, or I can stop them from getting the promotion and get it sent to you instead. And the person that's hearing this, that's now desperate, because now they're like, oh my gosh, this has to stop. They're going to say, yes, I want to do this, not understanding the repercussions, not understanding what they're coming into agreement with. They don't understand what they're coming into agreement with. They know that, okay, all they know is, oh, this person said they can stop it, and all I have to do is pay them $500 or $300 or this much amount of money, and they can stop it. So I'm going to do that. That's all they're thinking about. Selfishness, greed. But they're not thinking about the layers. They're not understanding what the person has to actually do to be able to stop it. They're not understanding that the person may have to attack the individual who the promotion's supposed to go to, attack the individual who's supposed to fall in love with that man or that woman. They don't understand that the person that they're paying is going to have to do some really devious and malicious things in order to give them what they want. All they're hearing is, I can give you what you want if you give me this. That's all they're hearing. That's all they're focused on. And this is how so many people come into agreement with doing black magic. Because in their mind, oh, I spoke to this person, they said they can heal me, I have to give them $500, they said they can heal me and they can block the person that's trying to attack me, not realizing that that person's actually sending a reversal to the person that you think is trying to attack you, or that person's gonna have to do something to the person you're trying to block from receiving something, and it's not good. That person's gonna suffer. But again, when people are desperate and when people don't understand the layers behind spirituality and behind warfare and behind these things, all they're hearing is, I can help you. All they're hearing is, I can stop it. All they're hearing is, I can give this to you. That's all they're hearing. Why? Because their hearts are focused on themselves. Selfishness. So because there's so many people nowadays that are so caught up in, I want to get a reading, the amount of people that are going to people to get readings and doors are opening, and the amount of readers, mediums or psychics or whoever, the amount of them who are now offering these additional services, and some of these people, they know that if they accept these services, the person that they're trying to block or stop is going to be affected. But some of them don't know. They don't know. They just think, oh, they're just giving the money to someone to help them, not realizing what the person has to actually do to another person. And the other person isn't maybe an innocent person that didn't do anything to them. Now what they're doing is they're coming into agreement with bringing a curse upon themselves. Why? Because they are cursing someone who is innocent. All because of selfishness, all because of greed. And this is why black magic is so common today, because it's being offered as additional services to a lot of people. And again, majority of the population don't understand the demonic and the deeper layers behind what's being offered. All they're hearing is they're going to get what they want, but they don't know what the person has to do to give them what they want. They don't know that they're coming into agreement with cursing others in order to get what they want. Because nothing is free. The devil does not give you things for free. The devil always comes to collect. And if you are cursing someone, even if you don't know you're cursing them, if you're participating by paying the money to someone who is saying they're going to do something for you, you're coming into agreement with the curse. Because if that's an innocent person, that curse is going to fall back on you. So I want to teach you guys that and let you guys know that's why it's so common nowadays, because it's being offered as additional services everywhere. And people are unknowingly coming to agreement with this because of selfish purposes, not understanding the deeper meanings of it. Yes, there's some people who understand it's very wicked, and they understand that if somebody offers things, certain things, they know that the person that's doing it is going to have to do malicious, evil things. Some people understand that and they're wicked and they don't care. That's why they intentionally go to people with the requests of damage this person's life, damage this person's reputation, damage this person's health, damage this person's appearance. They go to these people with these requests, okay? And they're very detailed about what they want. But again, then there's those who don't go to people with these requests, but they go with the mindset of, how do I stop it? How do I stop them from receiving this blessing? Or how do I stop them from being with this man or woman? Or Then there's those that don't know. They just go in with the mindset of, I just want this, I just want that, selfishness. And then these services are being offered to them. But some people may be honest about what they're going to do to the people they're trying to take whatever from. And then some people, they may not say anything. They may just say, oh, I can stop this for you, or I can get you this, or I can get you that, without going into details as to how they're going to do it. And the person that's paying for it doesn't understand they're coming to agreement with something. So let me tell you something. I talked more about this in my book. And I talked about how this is how some people end up, bringing upon curses on the bloodline, because there can be ancestors who may have done curses to people knowingly and unknowingly, because they came into agreements with certain things, and it fell back upon them, and then it fell on their generations. And I talked about this in my book. So anyways, I just want to share this with you guys. That's why a lot of people are being affected by black magic nowadays, because it's very common now, because there's a lot of people who are tricking people into paying for these services, and they don't know that these people have to do certain things to hurt someone to give them what they want. And then there's some people who are knowingly paying for these services and wanting them to hurt people, right? So it's very common nowadays. But I also want to add that, because when some people are offered these services and then they actually start doing it and they realize that it's working, and even the people that are finding out that these services it's too dark in here. Even the people that are like finding out, okay, that's not good. The people that are finding out, like, okay, there are people that are doing this for them and they're hurting people in the process. And then they actually see the people that they're trying to hurt suffering. It then becomes an addiction. When they see that the black magic works the first time, it becomes an addiction. Then they keep doing it over and over again. And then what happens is the spirit that they came into agreement with, the curse they came into agreement with, the spirit they allowed to use them, is now always tormenting them to continue to attack this innocent person, right? So now they become so obsessed with trying to tear this person down. They go from spiritualist to spiritualist, voodoo priest to voodoo priest, Obi a woman and man to Obi a woman and man, pandit to pandit. Like, they get so obsessed, they start going to multiple people, because they're so obsessed with trying to tear you down. And what happens is, when they see that it works a little bit the first time and then realizes it doesn't work anymore, I told you guys this in the past, they end up holding on to the thought. They start reminiscing on the time where it affected you, where it did work, to where it made you sick, it made you not successful. And when they see that it's no longer working, they become so obsessed with trying to get back to that place, trying to get you back to that place, right? They want to see you suffer. But then again, they're already far deep in it, where now they've allowed the spirit to completely take over them, right? So this is why people have to be careful, because some of these people that are doing these black magic, that are very deep in it now, where they're trying to kill people and they know they're doing wickedness, a lot of these people, it started out for them as just going to a psychic, going to a medium, getting a reading done, and these additional services being offered to them, and them seeing that it's working, to them now being obsessed with wanting to keep doing it, to them now getting more evil and evil and evil and evil, to where now they're the ones requesting these things from multiple people. So it starts somewhere, okay? This is why you got to be careful, and this is why you got to also be careful with the people that you're communicating with, who you have around you. But yeah, it's more common these days, because these are services that are offered to people, even people that didn't even know this stuff existed. It's being offered to them, and then now they're getting caught up in this. Okay, just wanted to share that as well. Love you guys. Bye.